West Bengal state is desperate to stop NIA probe into Ram Navami violence that happened in the month of March this year. From their approach, it is apparent that they are desperate to stop NIA probe because NIA is calling the policemen and the state officials for probe. And that is why they are desperate to stop NIA probe by hook or by crook, but the courts of law are not entertaining them. They got the NIA probe order from Calcutta High Court. They went to Supreme Court to challenge it because the state officials are being called in by the NIA. But however, we know that the Ram Navami violence was orchestrated with indirect help from the policemen. So the policemen and the state's officials are not, their roles are not beyond question in the violence. So for probing it properly, NIA would definitely require to call in the state's officials and the policemen for the proper feedback. However, the policemen and the state's officials are also afraid that while being interrogated, they might not be able to answer them properly. The queries of NIA, the interrogation faced by them, they may not be able to satisfy the NIA, and as a result, they might be detained. And if the policemen and the government officials get detained by the NIA, it will result in their subsequent suspension. So they are on the back foot, and they are trying to halt the NIA probe because they are anticipating such things. So they have challenged the NIA Act itself in the Calcutta High Court. However, yesterday, Justice Joy Sengupta has made it explicit in his order that while the state of West Bengal can file a petition challenging the NIA Act, but that would not halt the NIA probe. And the Calcutta High Court Division Bench had ordered the state of West Bengal to hand over all the materials and documents of the probe to NIA within 2 weeks of their verdict, which came on 27th April this year. Any further delay in handing over the documents to NIA by the state of West Bengal might bring in contempt of court. So that has been made explicit in the order of Justice Joy Sengupta yesterday. However, we can understand that the state officials are defensive. They are afraid that once they attend NIA probe, they might end up being detained and subsequently suspended. In that case, there can be a solution for all this. Instead of taking a bottom-up approach, NIA may consider to take a top-down approach by calling in the top boss of the police, the Director General of Police, because he will be knowing the whole picture, or maybe the Chief Secretary of West Bengal. Both these people will be knowing the whole picture. So, in that case, the ground police officers, the officials on the ground would remain protected and they won't feel afraid of being suspended eventually. So, it is better that NIA calls up the top bosses of the state, either the DGP or the Chief Secretary of West Bengal. That would both satisfy the NIA also and also keep the ground policemen out of their apprehension.